94.3 The Dude is very grateful to our men and women in uniform. We're proud to recognize local members of our military by turning the spotlight on them right now in our Soldier Salute.
I'm your host, United States Marine Corps veteran Ethan Stitch Gardner, and on today's Soldier Salute, I have Marine Corps Officer Recruiter for the state of South Carolina, Captain Nick Fowler. Captain Fowler, thanks so much for being here. Thank you so much for your service. Tell me a little bit about yourself and your road to the United States Marine Corps.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Originally from Nashville, Tennessee. That's where I call home. It's been where my family, we've grown up. Graduated high school there, graciously accepted to Naval Academy. Went there, it was 4 years of good academics. Not as much fun as
Only good academics,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. Not as much fun as you would expect at a school like that. But from there, I did 4 years of crew while I was there. I was a varsity rower, had a great experience with that. From there, commissioned into the Marine Corps. My first tour in the Marine Corps, I was stationed in Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, so just outside of Wilmington, so right on the beach,
Nice.
small little town. So it was a great experience. I was a platoon commander and a company executive officer for a little bit. And then I transitioned over to a MU, which is Marine Expeditionary Unit, which is when, Marines embark on a Navy ship and, get forward deployed somewhere. So we were forward deployed off the coast of Libya for about 7 months and then came home. And since then, I was relocated to Columbia, South Carolina, where I've been an officer selection officer or officer recruiter, if you will. And I've been doing this for about 3 years now.
You mentioned rowing at the Citadel. Never had the privilege to meet anybody that said, "Oh yeah, I rowed." That's pretty awesome. Is that as rigorous of a sport as people talk about?
Absolutely. They send this flyer out to everyone, unbeknownst to me. So if you're over 6 foot, they send the flyer. Oh, you have exactly what we're looking for.
Nice.
They send it to literally everyone in the freshman class. So I'm getting into the Naval Academy. I'm like, oh yeah, they want me to be a rower. And then I look and there's 200 guys there. Oh yeah, they want us all to be rowers. So then you start and that 200 quickly dwindles as you start doing practice. So, you have to do all the varsity sports. You go to different areas during your initial summer. And so that 200 goes down to 100 within the first 6 weeks of you being there because they want to go find another sport real quick. And then that 60 that you start with by the end of first semester, dwindles down to about 40. That number of 40, you lose a couple guys here and there because of academics or whatever it may be. But overall, yeah, it was a great experience. Very, very rigorous. I was in the best shape of my life then. So I was about 40 pounds less than I am right now. So, you were just lean as could be. So it was interesting. Taught me a lot about myself and how to push through unpleasant times.
Captain Fowler, thanks so much for being here. Thank you so much for your service. I was raised in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, 30 minutes south of Nashville, but you are originally from there. Never had a chance to enjoy the country music city nightlife. Tell me all about Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah, so, growing up, Nashville was, a great area to be. I can't say enough great things about it. Football, everything that you would want in a city. Small towns everywhere, not super big. Everyone's pretty nice overall. The city has grown exponentially over the last few years. Going downtown, 2nd Avenue and Broadway are a ton of fun. If you're a country music fan at all, great shows, always live music. It could be like a Tuesday at 8 o'clock at night and you're still going to hear someone that you would think is a rock star. So I love going down there and seeing, hopefully, the next up and coming person. Is a great experience. Never have to worry about crime or, it's safe. Everyone's happy. And so it's just one of those cities that you go and you immediately, fall in love with. So much to the point that now, there's signs on the outside of Nashville. Hey, thank you for visiting. It's time to go home now. So it's been cool to see it grow and see it, continue to expand. But yeah, I can't say enough great things about the city and the state. Just the Tennessee culture. Hey, very, very loving. Great people, very outdoorsy. So I enjoy that and I appreciate that.
Is Nashville a safe place for the United States Marine Corps Lance Corporal? Is it a safe place for him?
I don't know if I would say any place is it's safe for that. Yes, in terms of crime, yes, it is absolutely very, very safe for that. But yeah, you put a Lance Corporal anywhere that there's no telling what's going to come out of it.
Captain Fowler, thanks so much for being here. Thank you so much for your service. You never expected or really had the desire to be in the Marine Corps in the beginning when you started looking at the military. You told me earlier that being a Navy pilot was the thing that you were so very excited about. Tell me what changed and what led you to the Marines.
So while you're at the Naval Academy, they expose you to many different things. So originally going in, I'm part of that Top Gun generation. We like to see fighter planes. So I thought, that would be awesome and such a career opportunity. Got to the Naval Academy. Once again, they kind of expose you to different aspects of warfare, whether that's surface warfare on a ship, submarines, aviation platform. So you're doing this in week segments, and your final week is the Marine Corps week. And so the Marine Corps pulled out all the stops, shooting big guns, 50 cows, playing paintball. We're doing convoys. We're doing all this just cool stuff. And I, once again, remember calling my dad. hey, don't know how to tell mom, but I think we're leaning towards the Marine Corps. And he's like, she knew this was coming. You're fine. She understands. She knows your personality. So, it wasn't originally on the radar at all. Once I got around the Marine Corps, and what I encourage a lot of my applicants to do now is, hey, just come around and be around Marines. You'll know very quickly this is where you belong. If you express any interest in it whatsoever, you already got it, right? You already have that mentality. And so just being around Marines and people that have been in the Marine Corps and are still part of that society is something that people look forward to, and it just draws you in. It sucks you in real quick.
I know when I told my mom that I was going to join the Marines, there was a lot of tears. I remember it like it was yesterday. Really, really sad. So sad. Lots of tears. Was it similar for your mom in the beginning?
Moms are never, super happy that their baby's going to join the Marine Corps.
No way.
But it's one of those things. Hey, you're going to serve your country, right? No greater thing that you could possibly do. Hey, the Marine Corps is going to do everything in their power to keep you safe, right? There's never time that I felt in a manner that I was put in an area that I was unsafe without, any sort of justification. So I quickly learned that and quickly, conveyed that back to mom. Hey, we're going to be fine. It's going to work out just fine. But yeah, it was a little emotional there at the beginning.
And those mothers, they always end up, like my mom, they end up being so proud. They want to tell everybody, oh, my son's a Marine. Oh, my son? Your son's a doctor? My son's a Marine. They love it.
So yeah, it worked out.
Captain Fowler, thanks so much for being here. Thank you so much for your service. The Marine Corps is an expeditionary unit. Now, not a whole lot of people understand that Marines spend a lot of time on naval ships. Lots of time. I spent 6-7 months on a naval ship. You've spent over 100 days on a naval ship. Let's talk about ship life and how different it is for the Marine Corps.
Naturally, go to the Naval Academy. One of the top priorities, spent one of my summers on a ship. Coming out of that was like, all right, well, I'd like to avoid that as much as possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll join the Marine Corps, right? And like most of the public, pretty naive to like, oh, well, what's my first deployment? You're going to go sit on the ship for 7 months, actually. Yeah. So that was an experience, a little bit of a wake-up call. But ship life is totally different. Like there is only someone that's been on ship can fully appreciate it. The chow line is always the point of contention. The gym, right? There's 3,000 people on one ship. You got to have, Navy hours, Marine Corps hours, certain uniforms at certain times. So watching this marriage form between the Navy and the Marine Corps so we can go forward deployed. So yeah, we're expeditionary amphibious force. So what that means is, hey, we are America's 911 force. So during peacetime or pretty much all the time, hey, they're the Marines that are forward deployed just in case something happens. So it was a good experience. Wouldn't want to do it again, but would be willing.
It's a pretty interesting thing. It's like a little mini city out there in the water. I mean, we're all on a schedule. Everybody's doing their own thing. But I've noticed a lot that I have a lot of friends that are sailors. And the reason that I have those friends is because of the bonds that we built on ship during that ship life style of living.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you catch yourself just getting into a groove. And like at first I was like, well, what happens if I don't see the sun today? Because you get in the shell of the ship and you're just working. And like, yeah, there were weeks where I was just like consciously make the decision like, hey, I need to go to the flight deck and see the sun because you just get in the groove. And once again, hey, you're not working or you're working out, you go eat and then you're back to work. It's very interesting in that aspect of being on a ship and just the day-to-day life is nothing of what I would have originally expected for the better, right? I kind of went in with a negative attitude and it was not nearly as bad as I had originally planned. But, as most things in life, it's what you make of it.
Captain Fowler, thanks so much for being here. Thank you so much for your service. You are the Marine Corps officer recruiter for the state of South Carolina. Your job is to pick and select the future officers of the United States Marine Corps. Tell me about this job, tell me about this position, and tell me what you're looking for in the future of the Marine Corps.
Took over the job under 3 years ago now. Go to different colleges in South Carolina, set up table displays, do things like that, but really be just that point of contact for those that are interested in joining the Marine Corps. So we bounce around to the different colleges, do a lot of PT events, do work with sports teams, do classroom talks. So really just get inundated to be part of the campus, right? And so that's the big goal. So when there is that one or two, those people that are interested in the Marine Corps, hey, they know exactly where to go. So what we're looking for is one, people of great character, hard workers, good leaders, good values, right? With leadership, arguably the most important, right? Being a Marine Corps officer is all about leading Marines, right? It's about nothing else that you do. Talk about being a pilot or being a lawyer or being an infantry officer, whatever it may be. But at the end of the day, you as an officer, your job is to lead those Marines under you. And so understanding that aspect, so, we're looking for people that have those qualities. So it really is a holistic approach, right? We have some guys who have 4.0 GPAs, right? We have some of our girls are varsity athletes. We have other guys who are working 40 hours a week and have a family and still going to school full time. Each is demonstrating, hey, those time management values, those leadership values, the hard work and dedication that we're looking for in their own respective manners. We truly look at it from the big picture approach, ultimately to who's going to best lead these junior Marines.
In your time in South Carolina, selecting the future officers of the Marine Corps, what kind of candidates are you seeing from South Carolina? Is South Carolina providing that Marine that you're looking for?
Absolutely. I mean, I can't speak well enough about my experience and what we're seeing overall compared to, my station compared to the rest of the nation. We're getting solid applicants. They're crushing OCS. They're doing great while they're there and continuing to go on and have great careers in the Marine Corps. We're having people who are between the ages of 18 and 35 that are running, 18-minute 3 miles on a regular basis after they've already done, their 23 pull-ups. So it's incredible to see the type and the caliber of person that we're seeing out of the state of South Carolina has been phenomenal.
Captain Fowler, thanks so much for being here. Thank you so much for your service. Part 2 of our discussion on the officer selection officer for the state of South Carolina. There's somebody out there right now that's listening to this interview that is thinking about joining the Marine Corps, that wants to be an officer, that wants to earn that title. What does that person need to do? Where do they need to start? And what do they need to be doing now to better prepare themselves for their trials and tribulations they're going to go through?
Yeah, so a couple different ways. The biggest thing is just getting in contact with the officer selection officer. 74 different officer selection officers throughout the nation. So whether they're here in Columbia or in North Dakota, there's a officer selection team that is assigned to that area that is there to support you. For me, the easiest thing is literally if you Google officer selection team Columbia, our Facebook's the first one that pops up. If you go on to just marines.com and put, hey, I'm interested in getting more information, hey, we'll get that almost immediately reach out. So the biggest thing is just getting in contact. Once you get in contact with the OSO, it's very easy transition to, hey, what the way forward is. The best thing to do to get yourself prepared, I would argue, is probably, hey, start getting in shape, right? There's a difference between being in shape and then being in Marine Corps shape, right? We kind of have a different, fundamental and different aspects of what our expectations are. It's the 3-mile run, that's pull-ups and crunches. So it is truly a full body workout or full body test of what we're looking for, and not only strength, but endurance as well. How much heart do you have, right? How much are you willing to put in to improve your PFT score to show, hey, I want to go to OCS?
I love the Marine Corps more than anything in this world. I'm expecting a daughter in March, and that will officially become the thing that I love most in this world. But close number 2 has always been the Marine Corps. I love my friends that are soldiers. I love my friends that are sailors. Couldn't thank them enough for their service. But tell these guys, there's nothing in this world like being a United States Marine.
No, it is second to none. Bottom line, it's a family. Those are going to be the people you're with on the holidays. Those are going to be the people that are reaching out to you, make sure, hey, you're good no matter what portion of life you're going through. So it's a family, and that leadership and that teamwork and that camaraderie goes through whether you're still active duty Marine, whether you're reserve Marine, whether you've gotten out and you're on the civilian side. You are always a Marine. That's something we take pride in as an organization and as Marines.
If you'd like to learn more about Officer Candidate School and becoming an officer in the United States Marine Corps, you can go online to marines.mil.
Thanks for joining us in our Soldier Salute, presented by Little Pig's Barbecue, serving Columbia since 1963 with that bodacious buffet. And Palmetto State Armory, American made for life. And Franklin Equipment, rent, buy, rely. And Atkins Law Firm Workers' Comp Attorneys, who you hire matters.